When the saints come marching in, when the saints come marching in, I want to dream in that there number. When the saints go marching in.
You'll find that kind of carrying on every day here on WJR, supplemented, of course, by the variety programs of Arthur Godfrey and Art Linkletter. Now, you've seen some of the people on WJR. What about some of the people who listen? Well, they're homeowners, mostly. I'd say Detroit's a city of homeowners. 70% of the people in the metropolitan area own their own homes. That's a record among major U.S. cities. And Detroiters have money to spend. The metro area has 15% more disposable income than the national average. And when they're not at home, they're on wheels. As you know, 4 out of 5 cars have a radio, and WJR penetrates deeply into that in-car audience. Actually, Michigan has more freeways than New York or California. Very few commuter trains or buses. Most everyone drives to work, and it's the same throughout WJR's primary daytime coverage area. 112 counties in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, plus 24 counties in southern Ontario. However, penetration is what counts, and the last Nielsen coverage study shows these counties as having 50% or more homes tuned in to WJR, but it doesn't stop there. WJR penetrates 35 to 49% of homes in these counties, and 20 to 34% in these. And these figures were established before CBS programming and full baseball coverage substantially increased WJR's penetration. Although no research is available, WJR reaches loud and clear in these southern Ontario counties, where 1/4 of all Canadians live. Over 20 million persons live in this overall area. No two are quite alike in their listening tastes. Yet WJR manages to keep most of them happy. It recognizes that its listeners are individuals, such as tourists. Tourism has grown to a billion-dollar industry in Michigan, especially since it's become famous as the water winter wonderland. People come from all over to vacation here. And the first station they're likely to pick up, because of the strength of its 50,000-watt clear channel signal, is WJR. And once they start listening, they stick with us. Now, what about the typical WJR audience? The kind of individuals they are, and what they do for a living. We found there are all sorts of people in all sorts of different situations.
Banks in Chicago today announced they're increasing their prime rates of interest on commercial loans.
Who is burning with ambition to become the next Julie Harris.
I think a technique can be learned. I think you can be taught to speak correctly, to move correctly.
The Good and Choice steers 24 3/4 up to 25 3/4. On the Chicago grain future trade as of the noon hour, wheat is 1/4 lower, 1/8 higher. Corn 1/8. There's news about an important White House visitor, about new developments in the Kremlin, and a major announcement from City Hall.
Palace, the Count de Luna enters. He has come hoping to see the lovely Leonora. But he has barely approached the entrance to the palace when the sound of a lute and then the voice of the mysterious troubadour is heard serenading Leonora. The Count hides and listens. Leonora comes out.
Here's a set by Mickey. He delivers. It's a line drive to center field. Stanley comes over. He'll make the catch. Here's a tag by Weiss at third.
And in focus tomorrow, screen star Charlton Heston in a slightly rusting suit of armor. And we'll take a nostalgic...
Barr out to the right. Cogdill to the left. Plum calling the signal. Grabs the ball, drops straight back. Pretty good protection this time. Fires it in the end zone. Intending it for Claver. Touchdown!
Oh, I'd love to hear from Jimmy and the boys.
Yes, sir, and they have a little toe tapper. This thing moves along about, 65 in the 45-mile zone,
I
something
bet you
like that.
I'll have trouble keeping my feet still.
Whether it's another opinion about which direction water swirls down a drain or on any subject, write to me, Bud Guest, the Sunnyside Secretary, and I'll see that it's brought to the attention of our membership.
No matter the age, or the income, or the taste, WJR has something for everyone. And that means the cumulative one-week audience is in the millions. And that's the reason that local advertisers get results. The reason the national advertiser, who wants deep daytime penetration of 112 counties gets results. Every bit of responsible research confirms that WJR is not only the best radio station, but the best single medium to sell this big, prosperous market. A unique operation? You bet it is. Of course it is. In fact, I'd say that WJR, with something for everyone, is certainly one of a kind.